Alright, so I'm a big fan of video game mixology. So here goes. What do you get when you throw Metroid, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and Blaster Master into a blender? Well, sadly it's not Samus Belmont driving a tank, but don't worry. It's actually even better. It might just be the best 8-bit flavored smoothie you've ever had in your life. It's Cave Story. Originally released as PC freeware in 2004, Cave Story was independently developed over the course of 5 years by Daisuke Amaya, aka Pixel. In the tradition of the classic platformers I mentioned before, Cave Story might first appear like an homage or a throwback to that golden age of side-scrollers, but I'd say it's actually so well crafted in all aspects that it easily stands on its own as a contemporary classic for the genre. And I think a few people agree with me on that one, because 6 years after its original release, it was brought to Nintendo's WiiWare service in a beautifully remastered edition with crisper graphics and remixed soundtrack, and luckily, leaving all of its great gameplay and engaging storyline intact. So you start out Cave Story controlling a robot soldier with no memory of how you arrived in these caverns, which are populated with the rabbit-like creatures called Mimigas. The bad guy, known as the Doctor, plans to take control over the Mimigas with a poisonous red flower that makes them go wild with rage, and form them into an army to take over the surface world. So there's quite a bit of charming dialogue interspersed with the action, and the plot takes a lot of really cool twists and turns. And even certain decisions you make can affect your final outcome, as the game offers multiple endings. And then the gameplay provides some great classic platforming action, along with a wide assortment of weapons to take on the many different enemy creatures and bosses as you progress. These weapons, that include pistols, rocket launchers, machine guns, and more, can also be powered up with item drops, and then taking damage will in turn decrease that power, which adds a nice balance between rampaging through stages and the more precise running and gunning. Some of the Metroidvania aspects are in full effect here as well, with power-ups that increase your maximum health or ammo supply, along with the need to talk to certain people or collect certain items to progress. And so you can definitely expect to do a bit of backtracking and puzzle solving along your way. And the overall presentation is also in the spirit of 8-bit awesomeness, so all aspects come together into a very satisfying experience. And while it may seem a bit silly to shell out Wii points for a game that's been free for years prior, I'd argue that it's not. The Wii version is not only beautifully remastered, but also includes additional unlockable modes for more replay value, and even the chance to play as the infamous character Curly Brace. Another nice touch was the option to play the game with the original graphics and music if you're feeling nostalgic for the PC version. And besides that, it just feels good to support independent development like this, especially when it's so clear how much heart has gone into its creation. So yeah, as far as video game smoothies go, this one's very tasty. Quite a bit better than the one I made once with Bad Street Brawler, Chubby Cherub, and Ring King. Blech.